Hello and welcome. You are watching Diplomatic Corner here at AMN. I'm Alin Tamaskin with the program. It is to be recalled that Deputy Prime Minister Tamaskin Turuna went to Azerbaijan for experience sharing and an agreement was made there. And in light of that, I am here at the Embassy of Azerbaijan to discuss the agreement made there. And I'll be discussing this issue with the ambassador, so don't go away and stay with us. Ambassador, thank you very much indeed for your time.
Thank you very much for coming to our embassy. Thank you very much.
All right. Actually, we are familiar with you, and there might be new audience watching this program, and just take time to make introduction of yourself and your assignment here in Ethiopia.
Thank you. I'm Ruslan Nasibov. I'm ambassador of Azerbaijan to Ethiopia.
You're also working as a representative to the African Union, right?
Yes, permanent representative to the African Union, yes.
Mm-hmm. So how are you getting along with these assignments?
Frankly speaking, it's a busy post, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy this work because it's multi-layered, and we have to address and do so many issues and things in Addis. It's a really diplomatic capital of our entire continent. So, and it is every day is interesting here.
Of course, we just came to you thinking of discussing the bilateral relation between Azerbaijan and Ethiopia and the recent working visit paid by Deputy Prime Minister Tamaskin Turuna. I just heard that it is your Independence Day, and your people are commemorating their freedom from the rules of the Soviet Union. And tell us about the historical background of this event.
Thank you very much. Yes, you rightly mentioned this is today we celebrate the Independence Day. 28th May is Independence Day in our country. We celebrate the 106th anniversary of the Republic. So the first Azerbaijan Democratic Republic, which was established on 28th May 1918, 106 years ago. At that time, the independence lasted 23 months, but it went into history with many achievements at that time, and unique for that period of development. It was the first democratic republic in the Muslim world. It was the first country in Europe which granted universal suffrage to women with a predominantly Muslim population, a long time, sometime before other countries in Europe. And in 1991, we regained independence. We restored it. And our current Republic of Azerbaijan is a successor of that time Azerbaijan Democratic Republic. Since right after we regained independence, on November 2nd, 1992, we established diplomatic relations with Ethiopia. And since then, our relations are developing dynamically.
Yeah, as I was trying to mention the objective of our coming to your embassy, just to talk through the recent working visit paid by Ethiopian Deputy Prime Minister Tamaskin Turuna. He just went there for experience sharing and to work together with the government of Azerbaijan. So tell us about the objective of the visit and the agreements reached between the two governments.
The visit of His Excellency Tamaskin Turuna, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, to our country is historical. It's the first time in our bilateral relations the visit, official visit, bilateral visit, is paid at the level of Deputy Prime Minister. And of course, the program of the visit was very rich. and we consider it the outcomes of the visits as successful for both countries, for the future of bilateral relations, for the development of bilateral relations, and laying the ground for institutional cooperation between two countries, and in very crucial areas as a public service delivery. As you know, Azerbaijan managed to develop one of the best public service delivery mechanisms in the world. ASAN service already gained many awards, worldwide, world-renowned awards in this field. It is enough to mention 2 United Nations awards in 2015 and 2019. Then award for the best service during the summit in Dubai in 2023 in February for the best government services. And the State Agency on Social Innovations and Public Service under the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan has established a cooperation with not only international organizations but with other countries, and concluded more than 20, if I'm not mistaken, 22 agreements with international actors. And during the visit of His Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia to Azerbaijan, this agreement, the memorandum of understanding between our State Agency on Social Innovations and Public Service and the Ethiopian Civil Service Commission was signed in his presence. And we have opened a new page in our bilateral relations. As I mentioned before, where we moved to institutional cooperation. And this is a long-lasting, long-term cooperation. And and it will be very beneficial for both countries.
It strikes me that the two governments are very committed to take the relationship to the next level by working together, institutionally. So, there might be audience who are not familiar with the objective of ASAN. Can you tell us briefly about ASAN service and how it is simplifying the public service in your country, and why other countries are very interested in adopting this system to their respective countries?
The system was initiated 11 years ago by our president himself, His Excellency Ilham Aliyev. This system reshaped all our thinking in a very, very short period of time. Now we cannot understand how we lived without it before. That's simply, if we just can tell that in a very simple way. Nowadays, I cannot myself even imagine how we lived it. So now what is this system? It's a public service delivery. For example, when the government entities deal with the citizens, when the citizen is coming to a government or government body to get some service, to maybe to get some documents, to ask something, to how to act or to what to do. So that's the idea stands behind this system. What we did, we brought up all these services under one roof. But not just bringing all the services under one roof, but setting exact standards, common standards for everyone. So as the agent and the state bodies will be able to deliver their services for citizens under one single standards in a very transparent way. So this is not just a service delivery system. It's a self-assessing system. It's assessment system, assessment of the performance of the government bodies. And nowadays, our, for example, government bodies are competing with each other who is better delivering the services, who is better in transparency.
You were trying to mention that this ASAN public service providing system is a personal initiative of your president, Ilham Aliyev, and he once said ASAN brought innovation to the relationship between citizens and government officials in general, and it has given us even more strength to fight corruption. It has demonstrated that it is possible to fight corruption and to win, and this is the essence and meaning of ASAN service.
To win in evolutionary manner.
Yeah. So, do you believe that this system has, got rid of corruption, theft, and maladministration?
I do not only believe; it is a reality. Otherwise, we would not get awarded with this high-level awards, top awards internationally. Since the introduction of the system, in a very, very short way, I may say that the corruption in the public service leveled down to zero. We don't know what is it.
That's great. So, including Ethiopia, many countries are trying to make it operational or functional in their respective countries, this system. So, when it will be functional here in Ethiopia, and do you believe that this ASAN system will bring forward the anticipated results in Ethiopia, like those in your country, the ones that you're just trying to mention?
Okay, surely. We're already working with our Ethiopian friends on implementation of this in practical implementation. So there are some steps which we're going to take soon. And this, there is so much work to do now in front of us, and we're already working, and we'll be working even much more closer with Ethiopia on these issues.
So, it's a great phenomena that happened between the two countries, the visit of Deputy Prime Minister Tamasken Turune. How will it add, what kind of impetus will it add to the existing cooperation between Azerbaijan and Ethiopia?
So surely this high-level visit of His Excellency to our country, it was not only related with the public service delivery systems. During the visit, there were a number of meetings held in our country, covering up many other fields of activities, coming from information to with economic cluster also. And I definitely say that that's why this is the historical visit. We have opened up a new page in our bilateral relations, and in the very short period to come, in future, we will see the results of it. So I would definitely say that there is an interest between two countries to untap economic potential, bilateral economic potential, to develop trade and investment relations between two countries also.
Tell us about the readiness of your government to not only to work with Ethiopia, but also with other African nations for mutual benefits and developments.
How much we're already ready? We're already ready to work bilaterally and multilaterally with African countries. And that's what we already see at the level of the Commission. We interact closely with the African Union Commission. We do implement certain projects even together already. The recent, we also had some project in February in the African Union Commission. We bilaterally also with African countries, we're working on with the governments of the countries to see the potential what we can do together to have a mutually beneficial cooperation between our two countries.
How many businesses are being, operated here, Azerbaijani businesses or investors who have come to Ethiopia to do businesses here?
So that was also one of the topics during the visit of His Excellency Deputy Prime Minister. And as I said, that there is already big interest, strong interest between two countries to develop this and to come between the businesses, between the business people. From our side, we do everything to promote this. Based on reality, the business, we can promote their contacts, but the business is a business, and business people may find their common grounds for doing business between themselves. So that's what we are working now, and I definitely say that our business circles have already had a strong interest in each other. So we're helping them to establish the direct contacts and to have this business mutually beneficial. And the results, we do not talk in advance about everything. So let's wait and see. And definitely we will have a very tangible results.
Okay, let me bring you to the ongoing development here in Ethiopia. How are you closely looking at the development initiatives being undertaken by the Ethiopian government? Different initiatives are, taking place here in the country to transform the country to a better state. So I just want you to have your opinion regarding that.
My personal opinion is impressive and inspiring. Your also Green Legacy initiative is also very inspiring. And what we are monitoring now currently in Capital, I am impatiently anticipating the result already. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ethiopia have organized good briefings for us on these issues. And I really appreciate this. And that's why I'm saying that I'm really anticipating that already. It's impressive. It's really impressive. And we also pay great attention to environmental issues and climate change in our country. As you know, we are going to hold the COP29 in November this year already. And so much preparations are going on already in this regard. We also we have our national agenda in green green agenda in our country. We, in terms of energy, in terms of industry, emissions, and we do implement everything practically. So, and this is also similarities between our two countries. So, and a very good common ground for cooperation.
How about the initiative by Addis Ababa City Administration of transforming the city into a smart city and a beautiful city like its name? And there are a number of ongoing development, corridor development, something like that.
I must say that Addis Ababa city is a really flower. Really flower. I like it. I like it and love it. I love working in the city. And that's what I said. I'm impatiently anticipating the result soon to see it. I like personally visiting parks, walking, just taking rest. And there was whenever I have a time for this. And I would also say that just recently, a few days ago, we had a visit of our state television to Addis Ababa, and we started. Our state television has a project before COP29 to. It started filming the documentary, which is called "Green is Not Just a Color," and we started it from Ethiopia because the Ethiopia is a land of origins for all of us, and now Ethiopia is also doing so much for green legacy, which can be a pattern for other countries. So we had extensive filming and video shoots in the city, in the parks. We had interviews with officials in Addis Ababa. So, and the premiere will be before COP29 and during the COP29 of this documentary. And this is also one of the common grounds.
Your country has become a self-reliance country, and we hope that you have gone through this kind of ups and downs, while developing your nation. So tell us about your experience of growing, developing, and working with other developed nations.
What I would say, I can share our experience on these issues. We keep turning our wealth and resources into human capital, into development. And as you rightly mentioned, yes, in the 30 years, slightly more than 30 years, 33 years of our since we regained independence, we achieved good heights in development. We managed to enter the upper middle income countries, upper middle income countries of the world, from outskirts to this. We managed to attract hundreds of billions of investments in our country, develop infrastructure, develop human capital, develop social welfare. We, along with this, we also do invest abroad. We managed to turn from a aid recipient into donor country in these years, and it's in less than 20 years, what I will say. The development pace, and we will be very glad to share our experiences with our friendly Ethiopia.
How hard you worked, on tourism sector. Your country has been one of the top tourist destinations in the world. So how you managed to fulfill this ambition?
This is also the part of these policies which we started implementing, and we achieved these heights in less than 20 years, actually, frankly speaking. And it is related, of course, with branding, with infrastructure, what kind of segments of tourism is a target for the country, what kind of attractions you have, our country has. So how you brand it, how you present it to the world. So everything is related in this, of course, within these policies, and that's what we keep implementing. And of course, one can never say that everything is perfect, so we keep developing, we keep improving this all the sectors, and including the tourism sector as well.
What are the best commodities Azerbaijan known for in the world? Ethiopia is known for its coffee.
By the way, I really love Ethiopian coffee. It's a pure coffee, and I have it every day in the big quantities. Actually, yes, drinking and consuming. Your coffee is outstanding.
Do you import coffee from here?
Surely, and we are going to do it more directly from Ethiopia. And for us, you are known as a land of origins, and we are known as a land of fire. So through centuries. So our export commodities, oil and oil products, natural gas, electricity, certain machineries, finished food products and vegetables, products of petrochemical industry, finished products as well of heavy industry. So all this scope we have as commodities nowadays.
Final question, what are you thinking of to solidify the existing, bilateral and multilateral cooperation between your country and Ethiopia?
So what we see now, we have a rapidly developing institutional cooperation in the public service. This cooperation will also positively influence other sectors of our bilateral relations. And for me, is also is a target to see the developing economic cooperation between our two countries, and humanitarian cooperation as well.
Ambassador, thank you so much indeed for your time and for the briefing that you gave us already.
Thank you.
I hope we'll be meeting some other time in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, that is all we have for today. Until we come up with other guests next week, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful time with the rest of our programs.